everyone. Welcome back to episode 70 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26, where last we left off, things were looking glorious in the month of August heading into September. We had, I believe, an 8 game divisional lead getting into things, and we were looking really good. I said at the end of last episode that I would get through off stream the Diamondback series and the Cardinal series, and then stop at the Dodgers series. As you can see, that did not happen because essentially by the time we got to the Dodgers series, we were about 10 games up on the division, and the Dodgers were also starting to slump. And so at that point, I would rather I take this episode to get through most of September and this annoying October series, and then all of next episode can be the eventual playoffs and however long that run is. So, to make that easier, I played through what I consider to be some of the more like meaningless or not that impactful series in this month. We swept the Dodgers in three, beat the Cubs 2 out of 3, and then beat the Yankees 2 out of 3. In terms of September call ups, hilariously, what I did at the start of the month no longer matters because I had so many injuries. First things first, Michael Jindra, who at the end of last episode picked up a sore elbow. That elbow is still sore. I've pitched him through it. He's made 4 appearances since the injury, as you can see, and it's still hurt. He currently has an unknown recovery time. Who knows how that, will go. He is currently out. Zebby Matthews, who did not shower himself in glory, let us say. Last episode, he picked up an injury. He made a really good start against the Dodgers. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 Ks. He was looking great. And unfortunately, he picked up an upper body injury against the Yankees, unknown the severity. So he is currently hurt. AJ Russell also picked up an oblique strain injury. He has not had a great September thus far. Gave up a pair of runs to the Cubs, gave up a run to the Yankees, obviously, and then picked up his knock, as they say in the football world. And so, like I said before, what I did in September didn't really matter because here's what I did for September call ups. First, as I discussed at the end of last episode, I wanted to go to a 6 man rotation, mainly to spell my starters down the stretch. And so I called Jake Yeager back up. He has made 2 starts, one against the Cardinals, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. And then just against the Cubs, 6 innings, 6 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 5 Ks. So I think Jake Yeager is making a really compelling case for being a member of our rotation next season. At the moment, I still have a 6 man rotation. Assuming Zebby Matthews is out for a long time, we're going to drop down to 5. I called up Fidel Yoa a few days into September, and he sucked. He gave up 4 hits and 2 runs to the Dodgers. Didn't even get an out, and then just pitched 2 innings against the Yankees. Gave up 3 hits and a run. So he hasn't been great. He is ARB eligible for the first time in his career, and I think it's pretty obvious the direction I am leaning with him. So Fidel is going to be let go. So I think I still might have him pitch in September to spell some of my other relievers, but That's kind of where I'm at the moment. Um, in hitting news, I called up Brady Murrieta a couple days ago. I sent Miguel Palma down for reasons that are fairly obvious. Miguel Palma couldn't hit the baseball to save his life. I would rather give Brady Murrieta some reps. He's been in AAA now for 2 years, and at a certain point, I need to see what he can do. He's great defensively. He's a leader. So he is everything I'm looking for in a backup catcher. So I think regardless of who our starter is next year, whether it's Perez or someone else, I think Brady Murrieta is going to be our backup for his defensive ability, for his leadership. That is what I'm leaning. He's had 8 plate appearances so far, one hit, 4 Ks, which is a bit grim. And at the end of last episode, we offered Max Clark a 3-year, $46 million contract extension. He accepted. It's 16 in year 1, 15 in years 2 and 3, and he has a player opt out if he wants it before year 3. And then after signing that contract, he promptly had 30 appearances or 30 at bats in September and had a grand total of 4 hits. Yep. So we need him to right the ship and pretty quickly. So all of that said, my plan of attack for today is very simple. We are just going to finish September. Realistically, the division is locked down. We're 11 games up on the Giants. Right now, what we're fighting for is the first round bye. The top 2 teams in each conference get the bye. The Nationals currently sit at 91 and 52. We are 88 and 55. No other team in the National League has 80 or more wins. So at this point, my goal, where it's going to coast, try to win every series, finish with the best record we've ever had, which is very much in play, and go from there. Because even when back in 2026 we made the World Series, we only won 86 games. 2027 we won it. We won 89. In 2029 we won it again. We went 90 and 72. If we go 90 and 72 this year, that means we went 2 and 17 to close, which is kind of sad. So, without further ado, we have a 3-game Giants series coming up. As you can see, my bullpen is essentially the walking wounded right now. But we are going to play game 1 with Hunter Brown on the mound. I am going to make one change. Anthony Murphy, who is red hot in September so far, he is going to take left field duties for it feels like always slumping Sandy Ozuna. So Hunter Brown can get us started against the Giants. Clean first inning. And Christian Aguilares with a leadoff double. Very good, sir. Andahar grounds out, but I'll take the advance. How you Lee strikes out. Not great. And Condon gets it through. Aguilera scores. We're on the board. But yeah, at this point, we're playing for the best record in baseball, and we're playing to guarantee the bye. And that will be, as Alan Ford gets aboard, the first time in this save that we make the playoffs and don't have to play the wild card. Colby Turner gets it down. Very nice. That should score Condon 2-0. One thing I do like is that Jason Dominguez has just stayed here with the Giants, since we traded him. They do continue to play him in left, which makes 0 sense after I clearly demonstrated the only position he can play well is right field. But I am not going to question the AI as Max Clark lines out to end the inning. But we do get 2 runs to open the scoring. You got this, Hunter. See, I was never worried. How you Leon third with one out. And Condon gets it down. That is his second RBI today. Very good for the first baseman. And Alan Ford gets it through. We're just having a good time. Our lineup is having a good day. We're enjoying life. Colby Turner lines out to make us enjoy life a little bit less. And Max Clark strikes out. Man. Uh-oh. Runners at the corners, no outs. And Dominguez lines out. The throw in is cut off. Coward. Let him make the play at home. Gets Espinoza to fly out. All right. If we get a third out without the runner scoring, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. Bases loaded, no outs. You only score the guy at third. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Edgeline Perez, who isn't doing great. I think, unfortunately, the home run power that we saw earlier on just has not continued to manifest. He is at 9 home runs in essentially like a month of play. So, obviously, if we can get that more consistent, I think I'm a happy man. But as I said last episode, next year, the only position in our entire lineup that is up for grabs is catcher. Because all of our other starters are locked in and all of our other backups are locked in. It's only catcher. As Hao Yuli hits a 3-run shot. This is not going well for the Giants. 24th home run for Hao Yuli. Very good. And the Giants go to their bullpen. But yeah, I mean, catcher's the only hole. I would like to upgrade, but catching in free agency is usually only the really, 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 really good guys, and they're going to cost a fortune. Matt McLean gets the RBI there. Throw to second. No. I hate when the AI and like the animation does that. When clearly, if the second baseman throws it to second there, McLean is out. But instead, he wheels around and throws it home. And my bullpen really is just dead right now. All right, he gets Ramsey. Let's get Ginger Warming, who again has an injury. It's fine. All right, Terry grounds out. Nothing doing there. We will go to the bottom of the 5th. Nothing. All right. So Gindra is going to come on for the 6th. Clean inning. He's only in 12 pitches, but again, he has the injury, so I don't want to risk anything. Christian Aguilares with the home run. Thank you, sir. We'll go to Fidel for the 7th. Fidel, you upset me. In all honesty, if he doesn't have like a good next couple outings, I may just send him down to AAA and do whatever. I'll take a double play. Very nice. Condon grounds out. I think I'll pinch hit for Alan Ford here. We'll give Carter Johnson the bat. 6 for 12 against San Fran. He hits it deep to center. That's off the wall. That'll do. Nice double for Carter. John Schreiber, who they used as an opener against us when we played him in August. So it looks like they've abandoned that idea. So Clark walks. That's good. I think if Max walked more, we'd be in business, but Just doesn't. As Perez gets it down, Carter Johnson makes it home. Max Clark is safe at third. For a second, I thought he was out. Bases are now loaded. Christian Aguilares hits it deep to center. That is down. Folks, we have a rout on our hands. Bases clearing double for Aguilares. 11-2. Andahar flies out. He went 0 for 5. Not great for the shortstop, but it is what it is. I mean, Fidel's just going to have to eat this. Like, I have no other bullpen options right now. That's going to be an error. Yeah. Yeah, it is annoying that you can tell when something's going to be an error based on the animation, but so be it. All right. He gets the line out, so there was a lot of threatening, but no damage. I'll let Hao Yuli hit, but I'll pinch hit Condon. Hao Yuli gets it down. Oh, boy. It really is fortunate that we've had the Giants number this year. Because realistically, like, if we lost like the 4-game series last month, 3-4, and if we struggled in this one, the division lead would be a lot closer than it is because they're 7-3 in their last 10. So they're doing really well. It's just that we're better. CJ Sampson lines out. Carter Johnson grounds out. And they got Colby. All right. No more insurance runs for us. CJ Sampson takes over at first. Okuda into pitch. Yes, I am using my closer up 9. That's just the state of my bullpen, okay? All right. Really good day from the lineup. Hao Yuli had a triple and a home run. Aguilares with a home run also. Yeah, Hao Yuli was a single shy of the cycle. Oh, that's annoying. Man, pretty good pitching day. I think the 3 walks kind of hurt Hunter Brown there, but other than that, really good. Oh boy, still no news on Zebby Matthews. He's gonna be out for the season. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna sim game 2 with Richie Swain on the mound and just hope the AI doesn't use my bullpen in a very stupid way. We lost 2-3, and they pitched Joey Brout, who I doubt was doing great, and gave up 2 earned runs, and that was that. Looks like Richie Swain did really well. Mike Stewart got a hold. Gage Wood did well, which is good. Gage, obviously, I talked about, was terrible for most of the season, but August and September, he has really locked it down. Not a great day from our hitting staff. I love that. So, okay, let's play this out. So, Aguilares clearly had the day off. So, Murphy drops to 7 in the batting order. Munoz goes to 8. Carter Johnson hits for Hao Yuli. He's 9. That means Max Clark bats second and Dahar leads off. Also, I still don't know Zebby Matthews' injury. I'm scared, folks. I'm scared. All right, we'll play the rubber match. Andahar and Perez are tired. Yeah, so that's an easy flip. Moretta into catch. Carter Johnson takes short. Yeah, Munoz, like, I am essentially at the point where if Murphy continues to hit well and Munoz continues to struggle, like, Murphy's my starting left fielder in the playoffs. That's just where I'm at. I'm going to give Condon the day off. CJ Sampson can get a bat. He'll bat 7th. Colby Turner bats 4th. Max Clark, you can bat 2nd. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh. Jake Yeager's already given up a run, but Aguilares has a leadoff double, so I'm not worried. And now he's on third. See, we're fine. Everything is fine. Max Clark gets it down. Very good. That's an RBI double for the center fielder. How you Lee pops up. Part of me does think I should have let Max Clark test free agency to see if I could get him on the cheap. But I also fear that since his ratings are good and he's going to have a high WAR because of his defense and his speed, that some team would have paid him like 22 million for a year. I'd have been like, well, have fun. But we got him to a 3-year deal instead. Uh-oh, runners at the corners, no outs for the Giants. DePaula walked. Bases loaded, no outs. You got this, Jake. Soft grounder to second. Yeah, they're only going to get one there. Well, the double play ends the inning. We're not going to get it. Tejada hits it down. This could get ugly. Children, look away. Our heralded son, Jake Yeager, is struggling. Jason Dominguez swung at a 3-1 pitch and got out. Like I didn't watch that happen for 3 years. And McLean strikes out. All right. Bases loaded, no outs. You get 2 runs. I don't know whether to take that or be upset. Anthony Murphy K's. CJ Sampson gets it through. Very good. Brady Murrieta hits it to center, but that's going to be grabbed. All right, Carter, what do you got? Answer, infield pop-up. Yeah, looking at how I configure this lineup, Sampson, Murrieta, Carter Johnson, my 7-8-9. It's probably not the smartest idea I've ever had. Clean third, though, for both teams. Giants again threaten. I'm also not loving how high Jake Yeager's pitch count is, especially with the state of my bullpen as he walks to Hada. He's on 70 pitches in the 4th inning. Yikes. Nothing for us in the 5th. Or excuse me, in the 4th. CJ Sampson's aboard. Okay, let's go. Carter Johnson. Grounds out to short. That helps me none. Aguilares lines out to right. All right. Okay. Let me get AJ Russell warming. Ideally, if Jake can get me a couple outs, we'll be in business. He gets me a strikeout there. Gets to Paula. I'll let him face Pitts. And he gets him to fly out. All right. A little shaky there at the beginning, but then Jake gave me 4 clean innings to close it. Very nice. No, I don't want Gastelum or Kevin. All right, AJ Russell for the 7th. Clean. That's all I need from him. All right, Murphy is aboard. Come on, guys. Sampson Caves. And Murrieta lines out. Yeah, I should have had Max Clark bat 7th. Sampson bats 9th. Johnson bats 2nd. Hindsight being 2020 and all that. Oi, and they get another run off of Kevin. Not great. Okay, Max Clark and Aguilaris are aboard. Let's go. Howie Lee strikes out. I'm going to cry. And so does Colby Turner. Man. All right, let's get Costello Mormon for the ninth. In error. Who by? Carter Johnson at short. Plane hits it up the middle. Yeah, I think the Giants are going to take this one. That was a great throw. They get the runner at third, which is nice, but I think if the pitcher doesn't stop that, the runner is out at home. But so be it. There we go. We got two of our outs that inning because that. Oh no, Anthony Murphy. Anthony Murphy's hurt. Oh no. Okay, forearm stiffness, only 4 games. Hoo-wee. That could have been disastrous. Alan Ford and CJ Sampson are aboard. Murrieta. Swing and a miss. Carter Johnson, our last out. Hits it to second, to first. They get him. All right. We have lost the series for the first time in quite a while. Yeah. Offense just went cold. We left 19 men on. Think how I constructed the bottom of that lineup did not help. Wow. Oh, Zebby has no oblique strain. The game never told me. Why? Why did it take so long to diagnose an oblique strain, Mr. Ito? I thought he was going to be out for like an entire calendar year, and you tell me oblique strain. It's actually very strange, but I'm not going to question it. All right. All right, let me save after that series. All right, I need to get to these series a little faster. All right, so since Murphy is hurt, Munoz is just going to be our guy in left for a bit. I think let us sim game one with Luis De Leon on the mound. We lose it 0-1. Good Lord. We had one hit the whole game. We struck out 14 times. Not great. Not great. Let's play game two with Sandy Ozuna on the mound. Yeah, I think I'll just go with this lineup. It can't possibly be worse than only getting one hit. There we go. We already have a hit. And how you Lee walked. Well done, everyone. Alan Ford gets it through. Run, Aguilaris. Good man. And they get how you Lee at third. Sadness. Despair. Look at Manny Machado. Still going strong for the Padres at age 40. Oh, boy. But hey, he's in the last year of his contract. Oh, no, they gave him a 1-year extension. Why would they do that? I'm not going to question it. I feel like I should. Here's Perez with 2 on, nobody out. And he struck out. Munoz walks. Very good. Bases are loaded. Aguilaris strikes out on 3 pitches. And Andahar strikes out on 4. All right. How you lean Condon are aboard. We're getting guys on base. Alan Ford is like the only one capable of scoring. Oh, no. Oh no, guys, the outfielder had an error. Oh no. Oh no. All right, runners on second and third for Colby. And he strikes out again. I don't want to talk about it. Max Clark walks. Come on, Perez, give me something. That something was a double play. Oh boy. It is the third inning, and we have stranded 15 runners. That's honestly very impressive. How Yuli strikes out looking, and Condon flips it over. There we go, Alan Ford. Alan Ford is the only hitter on this team capable of scoring guys. That's just that's just where we're at right now. Colby Terra's going to strike out again, and I'm just going to bench him. Yep, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. C.J. Sampson take over at third. I don't even care. I've seen enough. Oh, they're starting to get to Sandy. Here's Machado. Dang, he hits it all the way to the fence. I wanted to leave Sandy in for a bit. I think I'm coming to the realization that Sandy Ozuna just isn't going to be a starter for us next year, which sucks. But he has a very simple problem. His stamina isn't good anymore and he can't go deep into games. And I mean, the only way that's viable is if, let's say, he's given me five, innings and given up like one or no runs. That's just not kind of where we're at right now. As Jackson Merrill hits it over the fence. And just like that, in one inning, Padres tie it up. He gets Baruso swinging, but that'll be it for Sandy. There we go. Condon gets it. Ginger is tiring. I'm going to sit him down. I'm going to get Joey Broughton going for the 6. Cool. He got it. I'd rather save my long relievers today. Let's get Fidel going for the 7th. Clean from him. Then Luis for the 8th. Oh, no. All right. Get Alex Freeland. He did not, in fact, get Alex Freeland as the ball goes under CJ Sampson. The throw home, not in time. Tie ball game. All right, he gets a Rosarena swinging. That'll be it, though. I'm bringing on Akuda to face Jose Ramirez. And Ramirez hits it to the fence. Not a good time to be playing our worst baseball in the middle of September. Not a great time. And we lose 8-6. Gastelum implodes. Not great from him. I mean, Sandy also gave five. Alan Ford had 4 hits. What a lad. 4 RBIs. But yeah, I mean, in the entire month of August, we lost one series, and it was the Cardinals series at the beginning of the month. So far in September, we then won our first 3 series. We've now lost our last 2 no matter what. So I'm going to sim game 3 with Zebby Matthews on the mound, and we lose that one 3-4. Zebby is popped. Well, what's the division lead? 9.5. Okay, division is still fine. Cardinals, they're 9 games behind. They're 9 wins behind us, so that should be okay. But we really need to turn it around here, don't we? But yeah, I think Sandy Ozuna's days as a starter are unfortunately kind of done, which sucks. But here we are. Also, I'm officially designating Anthony Murphy as our starting left fielder down the stretch. I think at this point I'd rather give him the at bats. Yeah. All right. Now we have the Braves series. Hunter Brown, Richie Swain, Jake Yeager. I am going to sim game 1 with Hunter Brown on the mound. We lose it 1-4. Kevin Teskey gives up 3 runs. The losing streak has arrived, folks. We have now lost 6 in a row. This is what I get for simming games. All right. Let's play some out. Richie Swain's on the mound. Perez is tired. Max Clark is good stamina wise. So is Aguilaris. All right. Richie, I'm going to be honest, buddy. I need 7 shutout innings. All right. Aguilaris and Andahar are aboard. How you Lee lines out. Quinn Priester on the mound. Old friend Quinn, who had 18 starts for us last season before we traded him to the Braves. Looks like they're using him a little bit as an opener. Is that Ryan Ritter I see? Old friend Ryan Ritter, who famously was worth 2.3 WAR for us in 2025. Then I promptly traded him. As you do. Alan Ford hits it deep to center. That's down. Run, my friends. Run like the wind. 2 runs will score. All right. 2-0 lead to open. Colby Turner flies out. All right. Pretty good start. See if we can keep it going. Need new pitcher. Quit injuring my pitchers. Well, this is now a bullpen day. AJ Russell gets a clean second. Christian Aguilares hits an RBI triple. Very good. And Dahar hits it deep to center. That's down. We're going to need all the runs we can get if this is suddenly a bullpen day, to be clear. I mean, hey, it's a good thing I got a 9-man bullpen back there. Lee grounds out, but we get 2. I mean, hey, if we average 2 runs an inning, we're going to score 18 runs. Or probably just 16. All right, clean second from AJ Russell. That's perfect. I know he's only at 79%, but I'm going to need Ginger here. All right. Wild pitch moves Colby Turner to third. Max Clark flies out, though. Nothing doing. Calm. All right. Thank you, AJ Russell. Let's see if Ginger can just get me the fourth. He allows a leadoff double. We're in trouble. And Austin Riley hits it through. All right. 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 We're going to get Castellum warming up. All right. Big strikeout there of Michael Harris. Let's see if we can get Bo Naylor. Hit to second. Second for one. First for two. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, and that's all I need from Ginger. Just that inning. All right. Castellum for the fifth. Works it clean, only on 11 pitches. Meanwhile, our bats have gone ice cold. Castellum just gave me the sixth. What a lovely man. Fidel for the seventh. Clean. Look at us, folks. Okay, finally, we have a runner in scoring position again. As Andujar's on second, Hayuli hits it to the wall. 5-0. Rockets. Who knew that all it took for us to become masterful at pitching was a bullpen day? Who knew? There we go. Condon hits it to the wall. That'll score How You Lee. Hundred RBIs for Condon. Come on, Allen. You got 35 speed? Nope. I think it's not even that. I think it's just 25. And Colby strikes out again. All right. We go to the eighth. Gage Wood on the mound. Uh-oh. They have a runner. All right. They get Miller swinging. Evan Carter walked him. Let's get Okuda warming up. Matthew Lugo is at home. He hits it to left and caught. Thank you, Anthony Murphy. All right. Nothing for us in the bottom of the eighth. So Okuda is going to come on for the ninth. And a run has scored, and Bo Naylor is at third. Espinal grounds out. They get another run, which is fine. At this point, if we trade outs for runs, we're okay. Kevin Gallagher hits it to Max, catches it. All right. We almost had a complete game shutout there before Okuda tragically gave up 2 runs in the ninth. But hey, look at that bullpen day. Richie Swain heel soreness kills me. They're killing me. All right. All right. We clinched the playoff. Very good. Very good. Now let's play the finale of this series. We got Jake Yeager on the mound. I'm going to give Max Clark the day off. Aguilares goes to center. Murphy goes to right. Munoz goes to left. And I'm going to give Colby Turner the day off too, honestly. He's striking out at an insane clip right now. All right, Jake Yeager, don't injure yourself. It's my very simple goal as Christian Aguilera hits a leadoff triple. I can't do 2 bullpen days in a row. I don't got it in me. How You Lee flies out. That should be deep enough to score Aguilares. Yep. All right. 1-0. Condon goes down. All right. Clean second. CJ Sampson, RBI double. Let's go. Perez gets it through. Very good. I mean, listen, my life would be a lot easier if Perez could be my starting catcher next year. I need to see the bat do better. Though it would be kind of funny if I essentially just do 0 spending in free agency and run it back with the exact same team. Because that's kind of what we're looking like right now. especially after we extended Max Clark. Ah, all right, the Braves are coming. There we go. All right, Anthony Murphy, what do you have for me, son? Oi, he hit him. Rude. CJ Sampson hits it deep to center field. Gone. A home run for the backup infielder. 410 feet, his fourth homer on the year. Good old CJ go. At a certain point, CJ is going to get very, very upset because he's not starting, but until that day comes, I'm chilling. Clean fifth, very good. Yeah, you see, Jake, I don't have a great bullpen right now, so. Oh, an error. Don't be on CJ. How you leave. All right. I accept and acknowledge the fact that he's at 103 pitches. I also accept that look at the current state of my bullpen. Come on, Jake, get Gallagher. Deep to left. Munoz. Whoo, we're okay. Jake Yeager pitches 104 pitches, but you know what? He got through. Munoz, 2 on, 2 out. Grounds into a fielder's choice. I really might trade Santiago Munoz in the offseason. That might be an overreaction, but we'll see. Joey, please. Thank you. I'm going to need multiple innings from Joey, which is usually when the wheels come off. The wheels have come off. Let's see if we can get Gallagher at least. Yeah, he walked him. All right, that's it for Joey. Kevin, clean, very good. All right, Condon is aboard. Alan Ford hits it to center. That's not going to move Condon. Murphy walks again. Anthony Murphy has technically only had one at bat because he's walked twice and he's been hit once, which is rather funny. CJ Sampson grounds in to the double play, and there goes that. All right. Save situation has arrived for Kevin Tasicki. I'm going to get Mike Stewart warming up in case there's trouble. No trouble at all. Kevin gets his first save of his career, and we snap our losing streak in terms of series and take it. Personal message. Greg Tate has retired. We salute the man. All right, so we've clinched the division, which we knew was a foregone conclusion at this point. In terms of record, we have 8 more wins than the Cardinals. They are 9-1 in their last 10, so that's who we're racing. We're not going to catch the Nationals. That ship has sailed. Right now, we are racing the Cardinals. All right. Luis De Leon is on the mound. Let's play game 1. See how it goes. Condon does have a nice little hitting streak going. How you leaves at 95. Let's give How You Leave the day off. I'm going to drop Andahar in the batting order a little bit. I'm going to move him to 6. We'll see how that plays. Carter Johnson can bat second. All right, Carter Johnson is on second. Colby Turner grounds out to short in the most sad fashion. Wait. All right, come on, Luis, you got this. Oh boy. There we go. See, he had everything under control. Ignore the fact that he's on 55 pitches through 3 innings. Oh boy. I need one of my starters to get me 8 innings. Like, that is the only way at this point to save my bullpen. I have 9 arms in my bullpen, and they're just somehow taxed. Colby Turner solo shot. We love to see it. Or 2-run shot, I should say. And Condon makes it back-to-back home runs. Very good. All right, Alan Ford, can you make it 3 for 3? No. He lined out on a 3-1 count, killing me. All right, Andahar is on second. Max Clark pops up. Man, I really need... Oh, no. Oh, no, the ball dropped. They didn't call that an error, which is hilarious. All right. Perez with the RBI, I guess, single. Anthony Murphy flies out to center to end the inning, but we get 4 runs to open the scoring. Luis De Leon, though, is probably got 1 more inning left in him. He's only at 77. We could push it a little through the 6th. I kind of like that, seeing as we have a decent lead. Condon flies out. That doesn't advance Carter Johnson. Carter, where is your courage? Did you leave it? Ford hits into a fielder's choice. Not great from my 4-5 hitters there. All right, we're going to warm up Mike Stewart. Ideally, Luis can get me this inning. All right, he gets a Rosarena swinging. He gets Scott Burns looking. Barroso will be the last batter he faces. Hit to third, the throw in time. Great work from Luis. 6 shutout innings. Very good, gentlemen. Perez is aboard. Anthony Murphy grounds out, though, so nothing there. Okay. Having 9 hits and only 4 runs to show for it is a little awkward. But all right, we'll pull Luis. 6 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 7 Ks. Clean 7th from Mike. Carter Johnson and Colby are aboard. Let's go. Wild pitch advances the men. Condon strikes out. Alan Ford gets it down. That'll score at least 1, maybe 2. The throw is in, and it's offline. 6-0. Very good from Alan there. And Ahara lines out to end the inning. All right. 2 extra insurance runs, so I think I'm going to try to get Mike the 8th. Oh, boy. He gives up 2. All right. I'll bring in Gastelum. He finishes off the 8th. And trouble has arrived in the 9th. Freeland, Nick Johnson are aboard. 1 out. Baez hits it to left. That should be caught. And it is. The runner tags up and makes it home. I am going to let Gastelum face Pena. And Pena gets it down. That's going to score 1. It might seem like a waste. I am bringing on Okuda to get 1 single out against Ethan Salas here. Soft grounder to first, and Condon muffs it. All right, Jackson Merrill struck out on 3 pitches. Oh, man. Yeah, that got dicey. I think our bullpen is just too taxed right now. Like, we're running on fumes. And we don't get a day off until after this 4-game series. Man alive. Oh boy. All right. I'm going to sim game 2 of the series. Sandy Ozuna on the mound. We win it 2-1. Okay, we only needed to use 2 bullpen arms there. Kevin Tesaki and Akuda got 3 Ks to get the win. Our offense only had 7 hits, which is not nothing. All right, game 3. Let's roll. Zebby Matthews on the mound. We'll have Max Clark lead off. Murphy can bat 7th and take right field. Munoz bats 9th. Actually, let me look at Munoz's splits really quick. I mean, he hasn't got on base pretty much anywhere he has played. But the slugging is much better at 7th. I'll try that and see what happens. Perez had a 3-hit day earlier in that 6-4 win. We'll see if we can keep that going. I'll give Condon the day off. CJ Sampson can bat 6th. Zebby Matthews on the mound. All right, Zebby. I'm going to be honest, buddy. I need a good outing for you. We might have to trade Zebby in the offseason, which is going to be painful because he's making a decent amount of money, even though the Brewers are retaining, I think, 55%. So we'll see. All right, Max, what do you got for me at leadoff? Strikeout. That's what he has for me. There we go. Andahar gets it through. This could be a triple. He has the speed. He's going for 3, and he is safe. That is a triple for Andahar. Very good. All right, Howie, bring him home. Nope, struck out. Colby Turner lines out. Man on third with 1 out, and you can't get him home. Oh, no. 2 runners on. Barroso. I respect that Arozarena is still going strong here. Yeah, 'cause he's 37. Rocking and rolling. Zebby, I believe in you. See, they didn't score anything. Munoz flies out. Yeah, I think. I mean, it's hard to. It's hard to figure out what to do with Munoz. On the one hand, he is 22 years old, so he's very young. But the fact of the matter is, he has just struggled mightily at getting on base. He doesn't strike out a ton, which is good. The walks are okay. But really, the fundamental issue is just simply he can't really get on base. So maybe the solution is, as Perez flies out to right, that Anthony Murphy takes over at left field for like a year. Munoz becomes the backup, and we kind of ease Munoz back into it. That could be the solution. But right now, I mean, Anthony Murphy is just red hot. So he should be our starter. He also is a higher rated right fielder than Aguilares, which I found interesting. But Aguilares needs to play right field because that's the only outfield position he does well. So, Andahar strikes out. Howie gets it down, though. Max Clark has the speed, and he is safe. Very good. We have a run. That does remind me I need to change Anthony Murphy's position to left field. Colby Turner, deep to right. Goodbye. So long, baseball. 377 feet. That's Turner's 31st home run of the year. Doing very well for himself. Alan Ford gets it down. All right. We're moving. CJ Sampson. Lines out. Unlucky. All right. To the fourth we go. Zebby is on 40 pitches, which isn't terrible. Let's see what Munoz has here. Beats out the throw. Infield single. Not too shabby. Perez is hit. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Cool. Yeah, if Perez gets injured, our catching situation is doomsday scenario. Like I would look at the waiver wire at that point. As one runner scores, Anthony Murphy's hot streak continues. Foul pop up there. Not ideal, Max. Andahar rifles it to first. That should at least score the runner. Oh, he beat out the throw. Andahar, really, I have lucked out so much going from Ezekiel Tovar to Ashley Andahar. Like, I've only ever had two shortstops in this entirety of the save. Like, it's insane when you think about that. Lee strikes out. They walk Colby. So bases are loaded for Alan Ford, who they walk. I'll take it. CJ Sampson, bases loaded, hits it to left. It's down, folks. We're having a day. Having a very good day here. Wow, they didn't even throw home to try to get Ford, and his speed is a 25. Oh, we're up 9-0. Munoz gets a board off of the error. That's rough. The inning from hell continues for the Padres. Till Perez struck out. All right. So we're up 9-0. Zebby, you got this. Quintero hits it to short. Second for one. No throw to first. And Timmy lines out. Cool. All right, we're looking good. Just going to sim the inning. 2 more runs in the 5th. Clean 6 from Zebby. All right, that's it for him. I'm going to pinch hit here for Alan Ford. Let's give Carter Johnson the bat. And he hits it deep to right field. Gone. Pinch hit home run for the backup infielder. 386 feet. That's his 8th home run on the season. I think we've finally found after like 9 years, 8 years, a backup infield that I can trust. In CJ Sampson for first and third, Carter Johnson second and short. Munoz lines out. What else is new? I'm going to give Perez the at bat. Nothing doing. He flew out there. All right. I am going to sub Perez out after he had that at bat. Marietta can catch. Anthony Murphy gets it down. I mean, I think we have a decent chance that, like, in free agency, as they get Murphy, annoyingly, like, we may not sign anyone. Because 4 of our starters, well, no, because it depends on if we keep Sandy Ozuna as a starter, our starting rotation is set because we have DeLeon, Ozuna, Swain, probably Yeager, and then one of Hunter Brown or Zebby Matthews. Our bullpen is set. We have too many bullpen arms. Oh, AJ. Like, I have too many bullpen arms. So signing a guy for that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm going to be honest, AJ. We're up 13-1. Like, you're just going to have to get the outs. Oh my god. I think AJ Russell I'm going to trade. Like, I think I can wash my hands of it. You know, he was our first ever draft pick, but I think unfortunately he's not consistent enough, and like he still hasn't gotten it out. He's just dying out here. Oh boy. Come on. Get Tim. Johnson was without question safe at home there, but I'm not going to question it. Scott Burns flies out. Yeah, I think moving Sandy Ozuna to the bullpen does open up a spot in the rotation for, say, Jake Yeager or us to keep Hunter Brown, but I don't know if that's something I really want to be doing. Oh my God. Yeah. Like at this point, my thought process with the bullpen is who am I going to trust in the playoffs as two more runs score? Good Lord, guys. I'll bring on Fidel for the ninth. We scored 4 runs in the eighth. That's hilarious. Oh boy. All right. Well, Andahar and Max Clark had triples. Colby Turner, Andahar, Carter Johnson had homers. Very good day. Anthony Murphy, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 RBIs. Sampson had 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Andahar, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Everybody did pretty well. Happy with that. AJ Russell got popped, which is grim. Gendra didn't do that much better. All right, we win 17-5. That'll do. Let us sim through the finale. We win it 2-1. They pinched it for Colby. I thought he was hurt. That was terrifying. Interesting. They pulled Okuda and let Gage Wood get the 1-out save. That's odd. I'm not going to question it. The AI also just pitched AJ Russell 3 1/3 after he threw 32 pitches yesterday. Goodness gracious. That is kind of funny. One thing I am going to do is move Murphy back to left field. I mean, he has a higher rating than Munoz. And we finally have a day off. Oh, it's a glorious thing. We finally have a day off. My bullpen can rest. Wonder who's going to be my rotation for the playoffs. That's going to be that's the next big decision I'm going to have to make. All right. So it is September 28th. We lost 6 in a row and then just won 6 in a row. We've already clinched the division. The Dodgers are essentially, man, the wild card race really is just kind of sad. Ooh, the National, we're only 2 games back record wise than Nats. The best record in baseball is online. The Cardinals are still white hot. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They are surging. Let me look at their division graph really quick. Yeah, look at that. The Brewers have faltered. The Pirates are making a little climb here. That's fun. All right, so we have 6 games left. So in terms of starters, everyone is going in the rotation again. That means Hunter Brown and Zebby Matthews will be the last guys that pitch before the playoffs. I am fine with that because that means Swain, Luis DeLeon will be ready, and so will Ozuna if I decide he pitches. Oh, I'm gonna have some tough decisions. All right, let us play against the Dodgers. 100 wins is online. We need to win 5 of our last 6 to do it, but it is available. And kind of funny turnaround here. I'm gonna give Alan Ford the day off. I'm gonna have CJ Sampson DH actually. Because I think I'd rather Sampson DH and Colby take third. That way the pinch hit situation for CJ is easier. I'm going to give Murrieta the game at catcher. Everything else is equal. All right, Richie Swain on the mound. Mitchell Parker, 33 years young. On for the Dodgers. Uh-oh. Clean first inning. Uh-oh. Yeah, they got to run. Man, they're getting to Swain a bit. Our offense is doing nothing. Gindra is ready. Well, I have faith in Swain. Da. Villafane gets it down. All right. That'll be it for Swain. Gindra, I believe in you. He got no outs. All the runners scored, and he got no outs. Dude. He threw 3 pitches. 3. Well, that changes things. Ginger just got hurt. And Mike Stewart gave up a solo home run. Well, thanks for coming out, folks, to game 1 against the Dodgers. I'm going to get Fidel warming up here. Let's see if Mike can get me like 2 more outs, and then Fidel can get me the 8th. That's my plan, at least. And not a good outing from Swain, but that's okay. All right, now we're bringing on Fidel to face Walker Jenkins. Get some swinging. All right. Can we make a nice rally in the 8th? No. But we do have an error from Andahar at short. I mean, Fidel, we're down by 6. You're just going to have to eat it. Shohei. Swing. Didn't even swing. And he gets Jackson Holiday. All right, good from Fidel there. All right, on the off chance we tie up this ball game, I'm going to get Gage Wood going for the 9th. Ashley Andahar, solo shot. Howie Lee, solo shot. Condon's on third. Colby Turner, chance for heroics. Grounds out, but he scores the run. All right. Max Clark, our final out. He gets it down. The tying run currently sitting in the on deck circle. I'm going to pinch hit here. Alan Ford is going to get the bat. Full count. Swing and a miss. All right. We drop game 1. Swain gets popped. Michael Gindra gets blown up. Not a very good day from the pitching staff. Condon had 4 hits, which we like to see. Gindra's injury, that could impact a lot if he's out for the playoffs. Could impact a lot. All right, let's play game 2 with Gindra on the mound. We now need to win out in order to get to 100 wins. Will it happen? I don't know. But it would be cool. as Colby Turner pops up. At this point, honestly, the most important thing is just not getting more injured. Because I imagine we have the bye game secured as long as the Cardinals don't like continue to win an insane amount of games. Nothing through through four, excuse me. Alan Ford grounds out to short. One of the things I might do in the development lab is make Alan Ford quicker. But the thing is, I mean, his speed's a 25. So, like, even if it goes up by 10, still only going to be a 35. And I don't think that's worth it. I think we'll just have to live with him being slow. Lean through 5 from Jake. He is on 87 pitches. I did just lose one of my long relievers, but I think that'll be it for Jake. Perez strikes out. Anthony Murphy grounds out. I have bad news, Aguilares. You're going to fly out here. Or hit a line drive to right center and get a board. We have 2 hits. Let's go. Is Marchand catching for them still? Yep. All right. And Andahar strikes out swinging. Okay, that'll be it for Jake. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 9 Ks. Luis Castellum for the 6th. Clean as the whistle. Condon and Allen Ford are aboard. 45 and 50. Munoz is quick. I'm going to keep Allen Ford there on the base paths on the off chance this game goes really long. But we do score a run there. Colby Turner sac fly gets Condon home. Yasuya Yamaguchi on to face Max Clark, who promptly hits into the fielder's choice. And that is that. All right. We have a run on the board. I am going to get Gage Wood warming up in case Castellum has trouble. And he immediately allows a leadoff double to De La Paz. Yep. Sure. All right, he gets Walker Jenkins to pop up. That's big. Nolan Jones, Rockies legend, to pinch hit. Grounds out to third. I will take that trade in a heartbeat. And now Shohei, who I do not want Luis to face. Gage Wood is coming. Come on, Gage. Struck him out on a full count. Great work from Gage. All right. We go to the 8th. 1-run lead. Perez strikes out. Anthony Murphy lines out for a second. I thought Walker Jenkins wasn't going to reach that. And Aguilera strikes out. All right. Okay, I'm going to get Okuda warming up. Sal Frelick is aboard. I'm going to keep Gage Wood in, but Jackson Holiday gets it through. The throw keeps Frelick at third. I'm going to let Gage Wood face Bobby Witt, and he walked him. All right, Okuda's coming in. Here we go. Full count. Villafene rifles it past the infield. That's going to score 2. All right. Dodgers have a lead, and it could get a lot worse. De La Paz fouls out. That's massive. Walker Jenkins. Lines out to Akuda. All right. Here we go. Down by one. Paul Skeens, Dodgers closer, is in. That is still the most cursed thing about this save. Andahar, swing and a miss. How Yuli gets aboard. Tying run is on first. I don't think I want him stealing on Marchand. We'll see what happens with Condon. He gets it down past the infield. Tying runs at second now. Here's Alan Ford. Hits it to second for one, first for two. Oh, that's annoying. We had that. And Gage Wood gets popped. His ERA is back in the fives. I mean, our offense only had 6 hits the whole game. Condon and Allen accounted for 4 of them. Like, that is what it is. Jindra is out for 3 days with shoulder tendonitis. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, Cardinals lost. So, yeah, we have clinched a bye. It doesn't look like we'll be able to secure the best record in baseball, which is a little disappointing. But we'll play game 3 against the Dodgers. And I'll give Murphy the day off. Munoz can take the bat. Everybody else can play. Runners at the corners for Alan Ford, who gets it down in center. Let's go. We already have more hits today than we did for like the first 7 innings last game. Colby Turner flies out to end the fun, but we do strike first. Luis De Leon on the mound for us. So, yeah, it'll be Sandy, Zebby, Hunter Brown for the A's series to close. You got this, Luis. There we go. Solo shot from Aguilares. 2-0. See what Alan Ford has got for me. Lead off single. That'll do. And Colby grounds into a fielder's choice. You're telling me you couldn't throw out the 40 speed guy? I mean, I'm not going to complain, but like, really? Perez? Struck out again. How many strikeouts does that make for Perez? 39 in 52 games. And that's not terrible. But yeah, I don't know if Perez is going to be a guy that I want to give a whole year of starting catching reps to. Aguilares is on second. Swing and a miss from Andahar. How Yuli pops up. Sal Frelick's on third. Will Smith lines out to second. Luis De Leon is dealing. See if we can get him some run support. Alan Ford swinging on the 3-1. Killing me. I really should look at just the entire team splits on a 3-1 count. Colby Turner hits it deep to right and gone. Solo shot for Turner, 381 feet. Very good. Max Clark gets it down. I think I like Max Clark batting 7th. As Perez hits a home run deep to center. He heard me insulting him earlier and thought he'd take a shot. 422 feet. Very good. Munoz lines out. Yeah, like, I'm hesitant to to trade Munoz because he's only 22. And I think if he has to be a backup for like a year, I'm okay with that. Clean 6 from Luis. Do I have pitchers for a 7, 8, 9? I have Kevin. I have Joey. Let's do it. All right. So I think that'll be it for Luis. I don't want to risk an implosion. 6 innings, 4 hits, no walks. Again, 8 Ks. Clean from Kevin. Nothing forced in the 8th. I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming, and ideally, I can get through the game with just Kevin and Joey. Kevin has allowed 2 runners on, though. Otani lines out. That's nice. Let's see if he can get Jackson Holiday. Walked him. Oh, boy. All right, we're bringing the lefty to face De La Paz. Swing and a miss. Massive. Bobby Witt Jr. Got him. Imagine an infield with Bobby Witt Jr. and Jackson Holiday. Like, what the heck? There we go. We get an extra insurance run, and Joey has allowed the first 2 batters to be aboard. Oh, boy. Hit to second. They get Villafene at first. Here's Sal Frelick. Lines out to center, so they're going to get 1 run, which is okay. Because now we're 1 out away from victory. Will Smith hits it to Max. Over his head. That's going to score a second. Will Smith safe at second. That was a great throw from Max there. All right, if Shohei gets aboard, I'm bringing on Mike Stewart. Nope, Shohei struck out. We get the win 6-2. Very good. Very nice. Aguilares with 3 hits and 2 home runs on the day. Both were solo shots, which is kind of funny. All right. And now the calendar turns to October. Where we're still playing baseball. Ooh, Mike Stewart got worse. Rude. Oh, God. Guys, 2 of our top 3 draft picks are regressing. That's actually bad. His movement got worse. It's okay, though. He's still good. Joe Smith, he lost 5 stuff, 5 movement, 5 control. He's doing well in AA. He just got popped. But other than that, he's looking okay. Mike Meyer, current stuff increases, potential control decreases. Oh, he has a strained oblique. I'm going to make the executive decision to just shut him down. 1.66 whip. Yeah. I think, in all honesty, if there's a draft pick I look back on with regretting, it was taking Mike Meyer in the 4th round. Because he's a college pitcher with a high school, with like a high school prospects profile. But he's already, already, quote unquote, 21 years old. I mean, he walked 5 guys per 9. Like, that's insane. And his rating right now in the California League, like, I would say slightly above average, but his stuff just isn't there. Which is crazy because he had 3 years in college. So that's not nothing. All right. So, unfortunately, 100 wins is off the table. Though we're going to get close. We're going to have the best record we've ever had, which is massive. In terms of the bye, we have guaranteed it. So we're not going to play in the wild card series, which is massive. We could still finish with the best record in baseball. Well, if we would have to essentially win out and the Nationals lose out. If it's a 2-1, 1-2, we tie. Or no, then they'd have 99. Yeah, we would have to sweep, which, to be fair, could happen. Wild card race in the American League. Looks like the White Sox are going to get it. Angels are going to fail. National League, it is a race. There is one game separating Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers, and Braves. Interesting. All right. And now we face the Athletics. So let me think about my rotation really quick. So 3 guys are going to go. We're not playing in the wild cards. So we're going to get a couple days off anyway. So Sandy, Zebby, and Hunter Brown. Jake Yeager can't go. Luis De Leon can't go. I think that's the 3 I want. I don't think I want to pitch Swain. I think I'm going to give Swain an extra long rest. I'll need to decide on my 4 pitchers for the divisional series, but that can be for after this. All right, so I think we're going to we're going to play game 1 against the Las Vegas A's. Half of their team is tired. Fair enough. I'm going to give Max Clark the day off. Aguilares takes center. Murphy takes right. Munoz will take left and bat 7th. I think I'll give Perez the game. I'm going to give Condon the day off. CJ Sampson can hit. Colby Turner will bat 4th. Everything else is fine. All right, let's rock. Athletics already. Look at this stadium. Look at just how depressing it looks. Like, can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? All right, moment has been taken. Let's rock. Nothing through second for either team. Perez is aboard. Hilariously, with the name cards, it is purple on purple. So that's going to be a little hard to decipher. I hate that we're playing a regular season series in October. I'm kind of a baseball purist in that way. I think regular season should be done end of September. But instead, I'm playing October baseball against a 50-win Athletics team. So silly as Prez makes it home off the sac fly. I'm not going to question why he didn't throw there. Colby Turner grounds into the fielder's choice, but we do get a run. Very nice. Uh-oh. Now the A's score 2. Man, nothing. All right, that's going to be it for Sandy. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks. I think Sandy's going to become a long reliever, but I mean, that's both Sandy and Michael Gindra transitioning to the bullpen, which is a big blow for my, future rotation plans. Clean 6th from Mike. Let's get AJ Russell on for the 7th. Clean from him. All right, let's see if we can do anything offensively. We got 1 run so far, 6 hits. Aguilares lines out to center. And Har grounds out. Because remember, if we lose this game, mathematically we can no longer finish with the best record in baseball. So it's not nothing. I mean, our seed is locked in effectively, but that's where we're at. Can you get me the eighth, Russell? Yes, you can. All right. In case we tie it up, I'm going to get Okuda warming up. But here we go. Colby Turner hits it deep to left field. God. Tie ball game. 375 feet solo shot for Colby Turner. That'll do. Alan Ford pops it up. Hey, Perdomo. Good for him. He's still going strong. Yeah, he really locked down third base for us for 1 year, then went on his way. I'm going to pinch hit here. Condon will get the bat for Sampson. Struck out. All right, Munoz. Hits it up to right and caught. Okay. We now turn. Uh-oh. Russell has back spasms for 5 days. In other words, he is done for the rest of the season. All right, so Okuda will come on for the 9th. Clean from him. He did need 17 pitches, though, so his day is done. I'm going to get Gage Wood warming up for the bottom of the 10th. All right, Munoz is our ghost runner, which I'm fine with. Perez will get us started here in extra innings. Hits it up to center. That's not going to move Munoz. Anthony Murphy also hits it up to center. I'm sensing a theme. That was deep enough to get him to third, though. But still, 2 outs. They walk Aguilares intentionally. Andahar to face. He hits it softly to second, throw to first, gets him. All right. I am going to let. What do I want to do here? I'm going to let Okuda face Parada and see what happens. Oh, wild pitch. Well, I mean, now we're going to need 2 strikeouts and a dream. Nope. Parada, it's a 2-run walk-off home run. Fair enough. Give the fans in Vegas, the all 1,000 of them, something to be happy about. Oh, boy. Yeah. Unfortunate. I think I should have pulled him for Gage Wood there. I tried to get cute with it, but no dice. Yeah, bad day from our offense. We only struck out 4 times, which is good, but Perez, Turner, and Andahar left 3 guys on a piece. AJ Russell, I'm just going to rest and not play him the rest of the way. That is the clear and obvious. Creating the Boston what? Must be like a fall league team or something. Anyway. All right. Game 2 of the series. Right? Yeah. Actually, if Hunter Brown is unavailable, well, no, he'd be available for like 3 or 4. Never mind. All right, batters. I think let's give Aguilares the day off. Murphy to right. Max Clark leads off. Munoz to left. And let's give Howie Uli a day off. Carter Johnson takes second. I'll have Colby bat third. Let's move Munoz up to 6. Let's try that and see if we like it. All right, here we go. The chance at the best record in baseball is gone. So we will all mourn that. Tragically. But alas. All right. Let's see what we got in game 2. Andujar's on second, and that is where, unfortunately, he will stay. All right, Zebby. In what may be your final start for the Rockies, gives up a run in the first inning. Yep, fair enough. Perez is on second, nothing doing. Come on, Max. Grounds out to second. Andujar. The ball boy collects some errant Vienna hot dog wrappers off the field. What is happening in Vegas? As Perez scores and we have a tie ball game. Love it. All right. Colby hits into fielder's choice, but we do tie it up. Come on, Zebby. Clean third. Very good. Alan Ford is on second. Munoz hits it to first. It advances. Allen. Come on, Carter. Hits it to right. That's going to be caught, though. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Clean fourth from Zebby. Anthony Murphy with Perez on second. Pops it up. Foul. Not like this. Our offense is disappearing at a pretty bad time. Clark walks. All right. Andujar, don't strike out. And he does on 3 pitches. There we go. Colby Turner gets it through the infield. That should be enough to score Perez, and it is. We take the lead. They go to the bullpen. We turn to Charlie Condon, our first baseman, and he gets it down. Run, Andujar. If you don't make it home, so help me. Thank you. That was definitely Max Clark. Andujar is gone. Alan Ford strikes out. All right. We get 2 runs. Zebby's doing well. And he gave up a run there in the 5th. Must have been an out on the base paths. All right. Both my long relievers are hurt, for crying it out loud. How long is Michael hurt for? 1 more day. Okay. Duh. They get 2 more runs off of Zebby, and all of a sudden we're losing. Yeah, not having my long relievers to turn to right now is kind of rough. Anthony Murphy is aboard, though. Here's Andujar. Come on, buddy. Bang. Grounds out to second, but we love that. We love grounding out to advance a runner from second to third. And Colby K's. Man. All right. We turn to Joey Broughton. I think it was a good start by Zebby until the end there. Very good. And then I'll have Gage Wood warm up for the 8th. I know Joey only pitched 7, but I might need him for the next game also. Clean 8th. All right, in case we tie it up or take the lead, I got Gastelum warming. Carter Johnson gets it through. We have a leadoff runner. The pan shot to the crowd. Emmanuel Class A, not banned in this universe, gives up the single to Perez. We're moving. We're moving. We're shaking. Did they get Perez at second? Yep. That's a little rough because now there's one out. Murphy walks. Max Clark hits it deep to left. It is caught. The throw home, not in time. Tie ball game. Andahar, soft grounder to the pitcher. Thrown out. Yeah. Perez getting thrown out there on the base paths really hurt us. All right. We're going to get Gastelum warming up. Frames are dropping like crazy. I'm feeling OBS is about to just crash and burn. All right, we stabilized. Gastelum for the 9th. And I'm not pitching anyone else. Like at a certain point, I'm running out of arms. Which is a wild thing to say, by the way, when I have a 9-man bullpen. I guess 2 of them are currently injured. All right, Florentino gets aboard. Here's Christian Campbell, hits it to right. Murphy is there. Okay. Here is Christopher Suero. Hits it to right. Murphy's under it. Boom. All right. We go to extras again. And the frame drops have returned in very annoying fashion. Just make sure OBS is still with me. All right. Andujar's the ghost runner. Here's Colby Turner. Grounder to short. Oh, the error. Oh, that could decide the game. That error there. All right. I am going to get Fidel Yoa warming up because Gastelum's on 16 pitches. So I really wanted to save Fidel for the regular season finale. But alas, all right, the ball gets down. We have life. There we go. Ghost Runner scores. Turner and Condon are aboard. Here's Allen. Gets it down in center. We're moving. We're shaking. Up 6-4. Here's Munoz. Grounds into the double play. This kid's killing me. And Carter Johnson flies out to left. But we get 2 runs there. It really should have been more. The fact that it wasn't is rough, but so be it. All right. I'm just going to go Gastelum against Nori and go from there. All right. He gets Nori to pop up. Very good. Let's let him face Brooks Lee. Swing and a miss. Christopher Torin hits it to Andujar. The throw to first gets him. We take game 2, 6-4 in extra innings. Very good, very good.